So great pride, because of course coming from the party is essential for the GSLP. I mean, the election of a leader is something that happens every 2 years when we haven't got a pandemic and we haven't got to cancel our AGMs. So I was gearing up for that night. I put my name forward, nobody else put their name forward. Therefore I knew that I would enjoy the support of the majority of the party. And great pride in the work that I've done in the past 10 years as party leader, 9 3/4 of which have been spent as the GSLP Liberal Chief Minister of Gibraltar. Great sadness at the fact that so many of the people who were there that night, who I held dear, are no longer with us. I mean, looking at the pictures in the past 24 hours just reminded me of that, and my mum's there. Juan Carlos is there, Luis de Rio is there, Charles Busson is in the pictures, Maribel Chelaram's in the pictures. They've all gone. So happiness, pride and sadness.
Some people say that there are two factions within the GSLP. There's Camp Joe Bossano and Camp Fabian Picardo. Is that true?
That's absolutely not true. There are 5,000 factions in the GSLP because every one of our members has their own view of something. They express their views to us either on the street or on emails or through social media or otherwise directly. There is no such thing as a Bossano faction and a Picardo faction. In fact, a better analysis might be that Picardo and Bossano are actually quite close in their approach, that they want to deliver the same things. Sometimes they might use different words to express the same concept in order to deliver it in one way or another, but that actually the last 10 years has demonstrated that we are much closer than our political opponents might like to pretend we are, and they haven't been able to get a hair between us in the past 10 years despite talking up these alleged differences that never materialize.
Okay, well, let's go back to 2011, the year you became GSLP leader. You also became Chief Minister of Gibraltar. How daunting was that for you to take over the mantle from Peter Caruana, Sir Peter as he is now, who had been Chief Minister for 16 years? How daunting was that for you, particularly as you sat opposite him in Parliament for many years, and then when you became Chief Minister, there he was opposite you?
I don't know what was harder, taking over from Joe Bossano or taking over from Peter Caruana. Both of them, within a few years of my having become leader of the party and then become Chief Minister, both of them knighted by Her Majesty the Queen for their enormous contributions to Gibraltar. So these are two political heavyweights who used to go at each other hammer and tongs, and there was I stepping into the ring, into the red corner, saying, "Punch me now."
Would you consider remaining as leader of the GSLP and also Chief Minister, going for Chief Minister for a 4th term?
So I've been deprived of the first 14 months of my 3rd term by the pandemic. So we were elected at the end of October, and by February we were dealing with the pandemic. We were almost not able to deal with Brexit issues in some of this period. We had to put down the Brexit issues, as had the governments of other European nations, and just deal with pandemic issues. And that has really stopped me from being able to deliver most of the manifesto. I've already said that we planned a manifesto to be deliverable even if there was a hard Brexit, but not to be deliverable post-pandemic. And my son Sebastian is seeking to persuade me to offer myself for the leadership of the GSLP again. And if the GSLP decide that I should remain their leader, then it's very likely that I will ask the people of Gibraltar to support me again.